channel, Reclaimingjen, where moms can take a break from the busy mom life and focus on their own needs, wants, and goals. On my channel, I usually talk about online teaching, and I like to help other teachers get started in their online teaching career too. In today's video, this is very exciting news. I have hunkered down and done the research to find out for you what you've always been wanting to know. How do we explain and understand the Gogokid Pay system? I've got all the answers for you here. We'll talk about the credit score, the service rate adjustment guidelines. We're going to talk about how to increase your credit score. And we're going to talk about what is the credit score and the credit score incentive. So I'm going to get into that in this video here. You're going to have all the details. Now, you might be looking for a referral coach to help you get through the hiring process. So if you're looking for the referral code to get your own coach, ask your referral coach. If you're looking for mine, it's in the description of this video and almost all of my other videos too. And you can insert that code when you apply for Gogokid. Send me an email though too and let me know that you've done so. So in basic info, you can enter the referral code there. And if you forget or you don't put the referral code in during basic information, you can do it again before you sign your contract. If you are a Gogokid teacher, you should also know that they give a $5 enrollment incentive bonus if you teach a trial and that student signs up after your trial to be a student with Gogokid. Okay, $5 per student that signs up after their class with you. Service fee rating adjustment guidelines. Okay, what does all that mean? Service fee rating adjustment guidelines. Okay, what does this mean? Oh, all it means is your opportunity to get a raise. This service fee rating adjustment guideline is similar to what VIPKids used to be. Right now, there's no opportunity to get a raise at VIPKid, pretty much. So that's the good thing about getting hired with Gogokid. You have the opportunity to get a raise. Now there are several guidelines that help you get this raise. I can tell you that having gotten a raise at VIPKid, these are attainable goals. And I want to read some of them to you. The qualifications for a successful rating adjustment. It has the personal data from the most recent 320 days. You must be on your third contract. You cannot ask for a raise before your third contract. Once you are in your third contract, you can apply for a raise. And these are the criteria you need to meet. You have to have the new credit score incentive level 5 over 300 days. They don't have to be consecutive days, but it has to be a total of 300 days in level 5 credit score incentive. And we're going to get to more about the credit score in a moment. You also need to have completed 1,200 classes, 1,200 classes before you can be considered for a raise. This is a compulsory condition. So even if you complete all the other conditions, this one has to be done. If you don't have 1,200 classes, sorry, you're not eligible this time, but you can be eligible when you sign your next contract. The next criteria is that you need to have over 600 as scheduled classes in peak time, okay? They have to be peak time or you won't meet this criteria. And each of these criteria has a rating score. So the first one, over 300 days in level 5, 40 points. The next one is also 40 points. That 1,200 classes that you need to teach, it's worth 40 points. 600 peak time classes, 20 points. Less than or equal to 2 teacher no-shows, okay? If you have more than 2 teacher no-shows, you won't get those points towards your score. Is your cancellation rate less than or equal to 0.6% of the classes that you've taught, then you will score 20 points. And if your 5-star rating is, this is your 5 apples from VIPKid, you need 5-star ratings and you need over 25% of the classes you taught to be 5-star ratings, okay? This is bringing me back to the VIPKid requirements too. I had to hustle and talk to parents and message parents to please, please, please give me those reviews for the classes that we've done. And I did end up getting that 25%, but I did have to hustle. So consider that too. It's possible, but you got to work for it sometimes. I'm not really sure how common it is to get reviews at Gogokid. If you can chime in what your percentage rate is with your 5-star reviews on Gogokid, I'd love to see that in the comments. I know right now my VIPKid is like 8%, and normally before when I was trying to get the raise, I had to move it up from like 18%, so I had to really do some work. It's dropped a lot now since they changed those rules, but like I said, it is possible. You need to communicate with parents, and you of course have to do a great job in the classroom. So those last two were 20 points for cancellation rate of less than or equal to 0.6% of the classes you've taught, and more than 25% 5-star ratings for your classes, okay? Those have to add up to, we had 6 criteria, 4 of them are worth 20 points, and 2 of them are worth 40 points. If you have a starting base rate between $7 and $8, then you have to score 120 points on that score in order to be considered for the raise. If you are between $8 and $9, that's me, then you would have to score 140 points on this to get be considered for the raise. And if you are already between $9 and $10 and you're looking for a raise, you have to have a perfect score. If you're between $9 and $10, you must have a perfect score. If you are already at $10, sorry, that is the highest base rate that they offer. You will not be able to get a raise on your base pay if you're already at the $10 mark. Anybody out there got 10 bucks? Let me know. Good for you. That's awesome. Okay, and just a reminder that you must be in your 3rd contract at least, and once you get that raise, you can't apply for another raise until a year later at the soonest, okay? So if you get one in your 3rd contract, then you cannot apply for another one until you're in your 5th contract. You would be eligible for a raise of 50 cents, okay? Each time you apply, just 50 cents, but it makes a difference. And just a disclaimer, the information that I'm giving you is only valid from last March to the end of this month, which is February 28th. Now, I don't know if it's going to change a lot in March. I don't know. But if there are any changes that are significant, I will let you know in a video, and I'll update the description of this video to let you know any changes that happen to the information I'm giving you today. So check that out. Some tips if you are trying to get that incentive. You need to teach more classes. Make sure you hit those numbers. You need 1,200 classes. You need 600 that are in peak times, and you must be in your 3rd or more contract in order to request. There's a ton of information from Gogokid about this. There's links to click on for the documents and such. So check out your portal, and this information is there for you. The pièce de résistance. The credit score and the credit score incentive. Are you ready? All the mystery is about to be explained. I'm gonna do my best here. Okay, so you have your base rate, okay? Everybody has that? We're good. And just so you know, the base rate is quite a bit higher right now than VIPKid. Another great reason to get hired with Gogokid as your backup company at the same time as VIPKid. You can have both on your schedule. Something to consider. If I were to start VIPKid right now, my base rate would be $7, and I just applied for Gogokid this year, and it's $8.80, okay? Just showing you the difference. If you were to apply to both right now, consider my experience and my education, and that could be why my rate is a little bit higher, but there's a significant difference, and I've also noticed that with other people that are recently hired with Gogokid. So the first thing you need to know about the credit score incentive is that the maximum credit score is 100. When a teacher's credit score meets or exceeds 60, this teacher is eligible to participate in certain teacher activities and incentive programs organized by Gogokid. This score must be maintained throughout the entirety of this activity or program in order to receive the benefits or awards. Now, the credit score is based on monthly. So how you do during the month, if you have a teacher no-show during the month, that affects your credit score for that month. The credit score is basically determined by a combination of two things: teacher performance and attendance. And the performance is weighted higher than the attendance. So the attendance part is showing up on time, no teacher no-shows, teacher ITs are limited, and cancellations are limited too. This is the attendance part, okay? So it weighs on your credit score, and the other part is performance. And that is where the parent reviews come in. And these are weighted, different weights. So you saw how that credit score, you saw how the service fee rating adjustment was based on scores like 40 to 20 points, 20 points. This is similar, where you are getting points for parent reviews, showing up on time, a successful class finished as scheduled, okay? For teacher performance, there are positive performance add-ons and negative performance deductions. Let's talk about those. The deductions and the add-ons will be measured by the teacher's performance. And the performance is based on the last 150 classes. So that performance score is fluctuating based on how you're doing. If you're always having 5 stars and you're always doing a great job and you're not being late or canceling or having teacher no-shows, then you're gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. It will fluctuate more if you're having some of those issues. Here are the things for positive performance add-ons. Your score will increase if you earn a valid 5-star evaluation and if you complete your class as scheduled, which is called a default addition. The negative performance deductions are a teacher cancellation within 24 hours, a teacher cancellation within 2 hours, a teacher IT issue, a teacher no-show, a class that receives a valid user complaint. So if a parent or student complains, this affects your credit score. If you're late for class or you leave class early, inappropriate behaviors, negative attitudes, unfriendly, inappropriate teaching environment, being sleepy or unfocused, no yawning. And any severe inappropriate behavior would have an effect on your credit score. It might have an effect on your contract too. Just saying. Oh, providing the student with your teacher contact information. So don't give the student your teacher contact information on a Gogokid, okay? Leaving class early by more than 5 minutes and using inappropriate words. All of these things are negative consequences, negative performance deductions. Don't do these things, okay? Okay, teacher attendance. This is a weighted measure, and this has to do with the last 30 days. So, did you get through the month without any IT issues or teacher no-shows? Perfect. Classes taught in time slots with higher booking frequency carry heavier weights. Okay, so you might want to know, what is the highest credit score incentive that you can get? The highest credit score incentive would be up to $2.50 per class based on the calculation. Okay? And if you're looking at this up yourself, there are links to click on. It gives you instructions on Gogokid's credit score incentive, which is what I'm reading from. So up to $2.50 on top of your base pay. Cool. So that was about the credit score. Now the credit score incentive, which is based per day. Okay? Per day. Okay, the incentive base is decided by the number of classes taught each day. Interesting. The completed classes include class designations as scheduled, student no-show, student IT, student cancellation, or system IT. The incentive percentage. The incentive percentage is based on the current day of teaching. The incentive percentage is decided by the credit score of the current day. So in the case of a teacher no-show, teacher cancellation 2 hours, teacher cancellation 24 hours, these are violations. They call them violations. During one current month, a deduction of the teacher's pay for each violation occurred during the current month shall be calculated on an accumulative basis as follows. So I want to make clear that there are going to be deductions from your incentive, not from your base rate. Gogokid will not take away your base pay. Okay, that's yours. If you've taught the class, you get the base pay. But if you have a teacher no-show or a teacher IT or a cancellation, they will take penalties, monetary penalties from your incentives. So if you have a teacher no-show, $10 US. Goodbye. If you have a teacher cancellation within 2 hours, $8. Bye-bye. If you have a cancellation within 24 hours, $2. Okay? These are taken from your incentive pay, not your base pay. Still stings, right? Yeah. Ouch. This is from the Gogokid teacher portal. Secrets on increasing the credit score for a higher incentive for each class. The first winning factor is to teach more classes. The more classes you teach per day, per month, the higher the incentive will be. In your teacher portal, it gives you tips for increasing your incentive level. So I've seen these tips. If you complete 4 classes each day and you receive 2 more 5-star reviews, you move up to another level. Let's just say your first 6 classes were not so good. The performance wasn't great. But now that you've taught over 150 classes, you're getting the 5-star reviews all the time, your classes are going really great, and you're teaching peak times. Those first 6 classes will fall off, and the next 151, 152, 153, 154, 155, 156 will be included in your performance score, and therefore you will get a higher credit score incentive. So when you're teaching a class with Gogokid, the parent expectations are listed. So if they want you to get more output from the student, if they want you to be more patient, if they want to see the student reading more independently, if they want you to concentrate on pronunciation, if they want the corrections to be done for the verb tense, they're going to tell you what they expect. And you need to follow through. And then you get the 5-star review, and then you get a credit score incentive that's higher. Peak time slots are weighted more. Let's have a look. From 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Beijing time, the weight is 0.3. From 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., classes in this time, in Beijing time, is 0.2. If your class is between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m., Beijing time, it's 0.3. And if your class is in the peak time, between 7 and 9 p.m. Beijing time, then the weight is 0.5. So this one is weighted the most. The second winning factor is getting more 5-star reviews. If you get a 5-star evaluation, it's +1. If you have a class completed but the parent does not evaluate, or you get a 4-star evaluation, it's +0.25. If you have a teacher no-show, these are the deductions, guys. If you get a teacher no-show, -5, big one. Teacher cancellation within 2 hours, -3. Teacher cancellation within 24 hours, -2. Teacher cancellations outside of 24 hours, -1. Teacher IT, -3. So teacher IT is weighted more in the negative than teacher cancellation. Teacher late, -1. Teacher leaving early, -1. If you get a 1-star evaluation, it's -5. If you get a valid 2-star evaluation, it's -2.5. A 3-star evaluation is -1.7. If the teacher is showing severe inappropriate and improper behaviors, -5. What is the moral of this story? of this story is to teach higher quantity and higher quality of classes, and this will give you a higher credit score incentive. So I just want to fill you in on what I got paid when I taught 4 classes with Gogokid. Guys, I don't have slots open this month. I am working a lot with VIPKid during Chinese New Year. I am coaching new referrals. I'm homeschooling at home, so I am super glad that I have Gogokid as a backup right now, but I have only taught 4 classes with Gogokid. But I am immersing myself in all the information to help you navigate your way to get hired and have Gogokid as your backup or your side gig along with another company. So please feel confident that I can give you the information that you need. And if I don't have the answers, I will seek out other seasoned Gogokid teachers to get those answers that you need. My pay for those 4 classes, one of which was a no-show, was $35.20. That was my base pay for those 4 classes. Then I was like, where are my incentives?
So where were my incentives? Well, I haven't yet reached level 3. I have 61 points and I get 0 incentives. But once I do earn enough points for level 3, then I will get 100% of my incentive pay. So what is my incentive-based pay? Well, because I usually teach 6 classes per day, it would usually be $1.80 per class. So your incentive base is based on how many classes you taught in one day. So I usually teach 6 classes per day, so my base incentive would be $1.80. Then you multiply that by your incentive percentage, and this is based on your credit score. So right now my credit score is level 2. So my incentive percentage would be 0, which means I get 0 incentive pay. But for the purpose of this video, let's pretend that I am at a level 3, which hopefully I will be at soon. And so therefore, my incentive percentage would be 100%. So when you multiply these together, that equals your credit score incentive, which is $1.80. And that is essentially what is added to your base pay. So my base pay plus my credit score incentive is $8.80 plus $1.80, which would equal $10.60 per class. Now, in the case that I maybe taught 10 classes in one day because I do that on Friday nights, then my daily pay might change because my base pay plus my credit score incentive, which would go up to $2, would then equal $10.80 per class. Here's the bottom line. To get the best rate per class, get the highest credit score you can by performing well in class, avoiding missed classes, teaching as much as you can, and getting 5-star ratings. This will increase your credit score, and that's the level you want to be at. You need to be at level 3 in order to start collecting your incentive, your extras. And the second thing is to complete more classes each day for a higher incentive base. And the last thing I want to reiterate is that if you have not applied yet to be a teacher with Gogokid, remember that your base pay is determined by demo performance and your experience and education. So my advice is to get a referral coach to help you perform the best in your recorded demo. Reach out if you'd like me to be your coach.
If you're a seasoned Gogokid teacher and you're like, that ain't right, lady, please let me know. I lead this channel with integrity and with authenticity, and I definitely want to know if I've made an error in any of this. So comment down below, send me an email, reclaimingjen@gmail.com, and thanks for watching this video. I really hope it's helpful for you to understand a little bit better about your incentives with the credit score and the credit score incentive. And if you need a coach, consider me. I am eager and very grateful to you for watching this channel. Please like this video if you found it helpful, or just to say, hey, she put in a lot of work to make that video. I would appreciate a like. I would even love a subscribe. It helps my channel grow, it helps me reach my goals, and it makes my kids think I'm pretty cool. So hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.